against the Oklahoma Canes here in the first tournament game. This sounds terrible. The wind is coming straight into my microphone, and we did not go to Guitar Center, and we did not get a microphone, a windscreen, so I don't know what else to do with it. I don't know that it's worth me talking. Maybe it is. I was supposed to go to Guitar Center yesterday and get myself a windscreen, but we got roped into all kinds of fun magic with our children and the Wildcat team, so we didn't get over to do that, but I've got to do it. The wind is blowing today. Not quite as bad, though. It is from the southwest at 10 to 20. Should see sunny skies today, though. High of 75 expected. Tomorrow, if you're eclipse watching, should be a pretty nice day, about 77 with a low near 53. I haven't really made plans to watch the eclipse. Like, if I remember, I'll go do it, but I haven't thought about it. But it's a big, serious thing. I've talked to a lot of folks that have gotten Airbnbs and all kinds of things to go watch the eclipse, so that'll be an exciting time tomorrow. But we're wanting an exciting time today. Wildcats warmed up pretty excited and ready to play. So we're going to come out here and see what we can do in this first game against the Oklahoma Canes. These games are 60 minutes long. We're playing here in the gold bracket. So that means, unlike yesterday when the games just flat out stop at 55 minutes, these games will allow the last team to complete batting. So the Wildcats are going to be the visiting team today, as they had the lower seed. Wildcats were the number 5 seed. Is that what we were? We were the number 5 seed, and I believe the Canes were a 4 seed. So they will get the home advantage here in this first game. Starting things off for the Wildcats, Kyler Taylor, Hadley French, Payson Mormon, and Kinsley Johnson. So we'll throw a few warm-up pitches here and get ready. Wind is certainly better. I think yesterday it was pretty well sustained gusts up to 40 for most of the game, but we did get some rain here in Oklahoma City last night. A little rain shower kind of moved through. I noticed there were some puddles here at the field, so they came out and raked the fields earlier. That stopped quite a bit of the blowing, which was nice, because I'm sure you guys saw in the broadcast yesterday, it was just the wind was just crazy and blowing sand across the pitcher's eyes and the catcher's eyes and everybody in the infield. So just about 10 to 15. They're saying southerly winds 10 to 20 today, which is pretty typical for an Oklahoma day. So everybody should be good today. Not a cloud in the sky up here at Mitch Park today. Kyler Taylor's going to start things off for the Wildcats. So here we go. Pitch on the way, called for a ball. Cody Hamill is the pitcher. Keeley, excuse me. Pitch hit back up to the pitcher. Throw over to first. In time, it looks like, for out number 1. That'll bring up Hadley French. So 1 out, no runs, top of the first here. Wildcats facing off against the Oklahoma Canes in the first game of this tournament. Hadley attempts to lay down a bunt. Hadley steps back in. Pitch on the way. Outside for a strike. Here comes Hadley. No runners on. Hadley, the second batter for the Wildcats. That one's low for a ball. Hadley steps back in. Keely Hamill pitching for the Canes. Pitch on the way. That one's called high for a ball. So Hadley looking for a base hit here for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way. That's a strike. I believe the count is 2-2 to Hadley French. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball, and Hadley will take a walk. That'll bring up number 11, Payson Mormon for the Wildcats. Payson with some big hits yesterday for the Wildcats. Wildcats lost to the EE Cardinals in Game 2, won the first game over the Oklahoma Sirens, 12-1, pretty handily. Swing and a miss to Mormon.
Go, Payson. Go, Payson.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Keely Hamill going to throw some pitches the Wildcats can swing at. Just got to find their timing. Get a hold of one. That one's low for a ball. Payson Mormon batting for the Wildcats. Hadley French on first, swing and a miss for out number 2 for the Wildcats. Hadley makes it safely to 2, though, on a steal. That'll bring up Kinsley Johnson. KJ Johnson batting for the Wildcats. KJ looking for a hit here. 2 outs. She'll knock that one to the second baseman. Scooped up, thrown over, and out number 3. I hope nobody ever comes to these games and sees me, because look, I'm trying to keep the wind out of the microphone, so I have a Wildcat hoodie wrapped all the way around my head. It looks like I'm just really antisocial, but I'm not. I'm trying to keep the wind out of this thing. So after the end of 1, Kyler grounded out to the pitcher. Hadley took a walk. Payson struck out. And then KJ hit to second base. So a couple of hits. And now we'll come out and play a little defense here. Crossley Marple will start in the circle for the Wildcats. Peyton Johnson behind the plate. Starting things off for the Oklahoma Canes will be Briley Thompson, Emma Schrum, Maddie Cleveland, and Braylon Yaholo. First 4 there. Cross taking some warm-up pitches here. So we'll get ready as the Oklahoma Canes get their opportunity to bat here. No score so far. This is the Canes' first trip to the batter's box. Wildcats going to get ready. Hopefully come out strong here with some good defense. So Briley Thompson steps in, gets ready. Marple with the pitch on the way. Called too high for a ball.
Take a breath.
There's strike one. So 1-1 the count to Thompson. Swing and a miss for strike two. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And got her with the out. So Sadie Lanier with a super smart play there. Couldn't run to the base, so she tags the base, and that's the same. Very smart play. So that's out number one for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Emma Schrum. One out. Pitch called outside for a ball.
Take a breath, relax.
Sunny skies, high of 75 expected. It's about 62 right now. That one's called inside for a ball. Emma Schrum batting for the Wildcats, or excuse me, for the Canes. Crossley Marple pitching for the Wildcats. Strike one. Swing and a miss. One out. Nobody on. No score so far. Count 2-1 to Emma Schrum. Foul tipped over past the Canes dugout. Schrum will step back in.
Relax. There you go.
Swing and a miss. Out number two. Little jump around action in a circle. So the Wildcats have two outs. This will bring up Maddie Cleveland for the Canes, who's going to really hug the plate here. Called outside for a ball. Pitch on the way from Marple. Pretty close. Still, he says that one's outside for a ball. She'll fall that one back to the Wildcat dugout. So 2-1 the count to Maddie Cleveland. Too high for ball three. So Cross is going to have to come get her here.
Take a breath, Nines. Here we go.
Swing and a miss.
with us. Here we go, Wildcats! Woo! Nice! Good pick!
So 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats right there as Crossley Marple comes out throwing pretty well today. It's all 3 of them in the batter's box. So we have no on for the Canes or the Wildcats at the end of first inning of play. The wind is coming from this side and it's feeding into my microphone. So I'm wind shielding myself. Yeah. Well, she had to change her motion. So no score here at the top of the first. Lena Driscoll will be the first batter for the Wildcats, followed by Peyton Johnson, Crossley Marple, and Devin Poff. No score here. Once again, these games are 60 minutes long, and you do get to finish out the inning. So, like yesterday, for example, the time ran out when we were playing the EE Cardinals. Even though we still had a couple of bats left and no outs, we still had to forfeit the game just because the time had run out. Well, they do not do that in the gold bracket here today, so the team will be allowed to at least finish through their 3 outs in the lineup. If you're just joining us, it's not nearly as windy as it was yesterday, but it is still pretty windy, and it's a little chilly in the shade. But the sun is out, shining on the field, looks good. Got a little rain here in Oklahoma City yesterday, kind of patted down a little bit of that dust. I was excited because I'd planted flowers, so that was a nice little time that I had to do that, give them a little drink of water. It's always iffy in Oklahoma when you're planting flowers. You guys know this because we never know what's going to happen. I mean, we could have a freeze on Tuesday. Who knows? Of course, with the eclipse tomorrow, people acting crazy anyway. We don't know what's going to happen, so we'll just have to see. Let it all play out. Keely Hamill, the pitcher for the Canes. I believe the catcher is Maddie Schrum. It's always hard to say the catcher's numbers because they have all their equipment on. Lena Driscoll going to start things off for the Wildcats, hoping to get us going. Pitch on the way to Driscoll, called high for a ball. Driscoll steps back in. Keely Hamill, the pitcher, too high. It's away from the catcher this time, but nobody on, so nobody hurt. Lena Driscoll batting for the Wildcats. No outs, nobody on. She'll swing and miss that one. Two balls, one strike to Driscoll. She'll slap one over to the first baseman. Left field will pick it, or excuse me, right field picks it up, gets it there in time for out number 1. Here comes Peyton Johnson, the catcher for the Wildcats. PJ with 1 out, looking to start things off for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. She wanted that one, and I wanted her to have it too. Here's PJ, too high for a ball.
Let's go, PJ.
Wildcats looking to get their bats going. She'll knock that one over to right field. Goes foul.
Yeah, you got 2 on you now, PJ.
Wind will help a little bit if you hit it that way today. So 1-1 the count to Peyton Johnson. Foul tipped, gets away from the catcher. She swings and misses and will arrive safely on a drop strike 3.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 99,
So here comes Crossley Marple for the Wildcats.
You got this, Crossley! Hit the swamp donkey!
There's London in the background. London promised she'd say it to Cross for inspiration. So runner on first for the Wildcats. Crossley knocks that one up the middle, but second base gets it and drops it, but gets it back. So safe at first, out at 1, so kind of a sacrifice there.
Go, Devin.
Here comes Devin D-Money Puff. 2 outs. Runner on first for the Wildcats. Devin will foul tip that one back. Devin gets ready and steps in. Marple on first. She knocks that one over between the pitchers. Second base will come up with that one and get it on second once again. So 3 up, 3 down for the Canes as well. So the Wildcats will come back out, look to play a little defense here. No score. So PJ and Crossley coming on back out to the field. You guys were watching last night. OU dropped a game to Texas. Kind of a controversial call at the plate last night. There's been a lot of controversial calls over the plate in college softball lately, it seems, with the interference call. I think that snapped like a pretty long winning streak. Nice throw from PJ there as we go back to play. This will be Braylon Yaholo starting things off for the Oklahoma Canes. Not until all of our bumps in the pitching circle are done, though. Got to get those in for good morale.
Here we go, 9.
So Yaholo in the batter's box. Pitch on the way, called for a strike. Second pitch on the way. She'll knock that one. Well, that wasn't a bunt, but man, it was a fantastic bunt for not bunting. It just rolled exactly. I think all the Wildcats thought it was going to roll foul, but it just dropped dead. As I mentioned, they kind of raked the field earlier, so that may have rolled yesterday, but it's not rolling today. So Yaholo gets on. That'll bring up KJ Smith.
Cross.
Pitch on the way. Strike one.
Good. Ah!
We got to get there. It was a good throw from PJ.
That was a good throw, PJ.
Called safe on a steal from Yaholo. KJ Smith batting. 1 strike on KJ. She knocks that one out to the outfield. It's going to get to the center field. We're going to pick it up, throw it in. Corey Burson throws it into the pitcher. We'll hold the ball there. Good throw to third. We'll run her back to 2, make sure she stays. Wildcats recover quickly. So 1 run got through. That brings up Keely Hamill. Pitch outside for a ball. Hamill, the pitcher for the Canes. Runner in scoring position on second. There's strike from Crossley Marple. No outs for the Wildcats. Swing and a miss to Hamill. Pitch on the way, too high for a ball. Swing and a miss, and that would be out number 1. That'll bring up Reagan Lehman with 1 out. Score is 1-0. Canes got 1 across the plate a little bit earlier in this inning. There's a strike. Second pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That one's in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, relax. Take a breath. There you go.
There's strike 3.
Nice.
And out number 2. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'm throwing my pen. Flipped it way over there. So 2 outs, 1-0 the score. Wildcats trail. So bring up Maddie Schrum. Maddie's the catcher, I believe, for the Oklahoma Canes. Canes do have a runner on scoring position. Two outs. Wildcats just need 1 more here. Ball too high.
Take a breath.
Foul tip back over the fence. So 1-1 the count to Schrum. Pitch on the way. Pretty close. He'll call that one outside. So 2-1 the count to Schrum.
Relax.
Swing and a miss. For strike 2.
Take a breath. Let's go.
It's called too high for a ball.
At your hip. Let's go.
Pitch on the way from Marple. And she makes the out herself. So nice inning from the Wildcats. Only one got across, and the Canes had a couple of folks on base there. Once again, these games are about 60 minutes long. We did start on time. Show it to be 10:30. It's a really nice day if you're sitting in the sun. If you're sitting in the shade, it's cold. But if you're coming out to watch softball today, it's pretty nice. It's going to be a pretty nice day. It's supposed to heat up all the way to 75. As I mentioned, winds not nearly as bad as yesterday. We had sustained winds yesterday, gusting from the southwest at about 30 to 40. Today we're looking at about 10 to 20. So we're pretty well used to that in Oklahoma. I believe Devin Poff will start things off for the Wildcats batting order. So it'll be Devin, Corey, Sadie, and Stella wrapping out the lineup before we go back to the top with Kyler. So Wildcats need one, but we're, of course, looking for more. Wildcats can get their bats going. This is the first game in bracket play. Played pool play yesterday. Wildcats lost to the EE Cardinals, but won over the Oklahoma Sirens, which ended them, I believe, with a 5 seed. And the Oklahoma Canes are a 4 seed. If we were to win this game, we'd play again at 12:40 over the Vengeance. If we lose this game, you go home. It is a single elimination tournament, so if you lose, you go home. So we're hoping to win this one and continue on at 12:40, play the rest of the day, and maybe get a ring. Coach Driscoll says, let's go. We're wasting daylight here. Let's go. Corey Burson, will start things off for us. So it'll be Corey, Sadie, and Stella. So Corey looking to start things off for the Wildcats here today. That one's too low for a ball. Pitch number 2 on the way. She'll hit that one right at the pitcher. In fact, did hit the pitcher. Throw is too high, and Burson arrives safely on one with a good hit, but the pitcher is hurt. We're going to have to probably call time after this play. So Corey with a fantastic hit right up the middle. Corey knocked it right back, hit her at the, looked like it hit her in the left shoulder. What, is she talking to me? So it looks like the pitcher, this is Keely Hamill, will be replaced on the Canes team. By Braylon Yaholo. So Yaholo will come in and do a few warm-up pitches here. Burson on second in scoring position for the Wildcats. Lanier is on deck, along with Stella. So new pitcher warming up for the Oklahoma Canes. Canes lead so far 1-0. This is the top of the third. Blue's going to say we get one more. And now we will go back to play as Sadie Lanier will step into the box and get ready to make something happen for the Wildcats.
You got this,
So here comes Sadie Lanier. That one's called strike one. She'll tip that one back foul. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Out number one for the Wildcats. Here comes Stella Malwick. Stella Malwick, swing and a miss for strike one. One out, 0-1. Wildcats trail the Oklahoma Canes. Swing and a miss, strike two for Stella. Holo the pitcher now for the Canes team. Swing and a miss, out number two. So we're back to the top of the lineup for the Wildcats as Kyler Taylor hoping to get things started here with the runner on second. We can just knock in Corey Burson. We'll have a tie ball game. Ball too far. Corey safely arrives on a stolen base at 3. Pitch on the way to Kyler. 2 outside for a ball. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count to Kyler Taylor. Outside for a ball. Kyler gets the sign, steps back in. Pitch on the way. That one's called outside, and Kyler takes a walk. That'll bring up Hadley French with runners on the corners for the Wildcats. Kyler on first, Corey on third. Hadley French batting. She'll knock that one back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it over to 1 for out number 3. So the Wildcats leave 2 on base at the end of the top of the third. Score still 0-1. Once again, 60 minutes allowed for these games. Wildcats are not the home team, so they will not have the last bat. So they've got to make sure that they at least get to bat again so they can put some runs up on the board. Crossley getting her face mask fixed. How does this look? All right, we'll come back to play here. Lexi Breed will kick things off for the Oklahoma Canes. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Lexi, Lola, and Briley on the agenda for the Canes. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Hip, from your hip.
Pitch on the way. That's strike three. Out number one for the Wildcats. That brings up Lola Herrera for the Oklahoma Canes. Pitch on the way. Strike one. Swing and a miss to Herrera. That one's called outside for a ball. There's strike three. Out number two for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Briley Thompson back to the top of the batting order for the Oklahoma Canes with 2 outs. 0-1 the score. Swing and a miss to Thompson.
Here we go.
Hit back to the pitcher. Cross will scoop it up, make the throw in time for out number 3. So Lanier and Marple teaming up once again to get out number 3, and the Wildcats have got to get their bats going here. Yeah. Here comes Payson Moorman, hoping to start things off batting-wise for the Wildcats. That was a wild pitch for ball 1.
Go, Payson.
P. Moore looking for a hit here. Swing and a miss.
Here we go, Payson.
Pitch on the way. Inside for a ball. Pitch on the way to Payson. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. She'll pop that one up. Gonna roll foul, so she's battling here. Payson Mormon looking to start things off for the Wildcats. Foul tips it back, so she's still battling. Braylon Yaholo now pitching for the Oklahoma Canes. As earlier, Keeley Hamill was hit by one of our batters, Corey Burson, with a hit up the middle. Foul tips it once again, so Payson staying alive here, wanting to win this battle against Yaholo. Outside for a ball. Full count here to Payson Mormon. Swing and a miss for out number 1. Here comes KJ Johnson, Kinsley Johnson, part 1 of 2 of our Johnsons on this team. PJ the catcher. This is KJ hitting. Foul tips it back to us.
Let's go, KJ.
1 out, score is 0-1. Canes still on top so far here. 63 degrees outside, looking for a high of 75 today. Too high on that one from PJ. Her dad says, no, not that ball, not that one.
There we go. You got it. Take a breath.
Too low this time. Too high for a ball. She'll lay off that one. KJ looking for a hit. 3-2 the count, full count to KJ Johnson.
There we go, KJ.
Too low for a ball, and KJ takes her base. That'll bring up Elena Driscoll.
Come on, Elena.
So with the runner on first, Elena Driscoll looking to walk her around. PJ thinks about 2, decides to go on back to first. Ball inside. Outside for ball 2. There's strike 1. So 2-1 the count to Elena Driscoll here. Wildcats trail 0-1 over the Oklahoma Canes in the first bracket game today here at Mitch Park. Strike 2. And KJ is safe. Stealing number 2. So 2-2 the count to Driscoll. Or excuse me. Yeah, to Driscoll. KJ on second in scoring position for the Wildcats. That one's outside.
There we go,
Full
Elena.
count now to Elena Driscoll.
Take a breath. Let's go.
Too high for a ball, and Elena takes a walk. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson, catcher for the Wildcat team. Canes are going to call time. umpires are making signs to each other. Is that what it is? I thought they were making the loser sign, but I didn't know if they were making it to each other or to us or to. I hope it's not to us. Yeah, they're doing it to each other.
Let's go, PJ.
So once again, even if time expires, Wildcats not the home team, so Canes would get the last bat. So we need these runs here. Strike one call there to PJ, excuse me. KJ on second. Driscoll on first. So a big hit here from Peyton Johnson would be magical for the Wildcats. She'll foul tip that one back. No balls, 2 strikes to PJ Johnson.
Come on, PJ.
PJ looking for a big hit. She'll knock that one. And it is a big hit right up center field. That's going to bring in 1 run. Across the plate, tie ball game. Here comes Driscoll. Here comes Driscoll. Here comes Driscoll. That'll be run number 2. Here comes PJ with a home run. Woo-hoo! Yes! In the Field Park home run for PJ Johnson. And now the Wildcats take the lead with 3 runs batted in just from PJ. Driscoll took a walk. That put her on base. KJ took a walk earlier with her on base. So now the score 3-1. So the Wildcats with a little bit of cushion. Ball too high to Marple as she's stepped into the batter's box now.
Hey, keep your eyes on it. Let's go, Nines.
1 out. 3-1 the score. Wildcats lead. Ball outside.
Head down. Watch it.
She'll pop that one back over the dugout. Stillman almost got it. Almost got it.
He put a lot of effort.
He stood there like a tree, but it did not go to him, so he let it pass. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Marple.
Protect. Cross. Head down.
That was too low for a ball.
Head down. Let's go, babe.
Pitch on the way to Marple. Too low for a ball, and Crossley takes a walk. Here comes Devin D-Money Poff up to bat for the Wildcats. Devin steps out for a minute, gets the sign from Coach Driscoll. Marple on first. 1 out. Wildcats lead 3-1. There's strike number 1 called to Devin. Thinks about a bunt, that is.
Here we go, Devin. Watch it.
Devin looking to be a hitter here. She'll knock that one flying past the center fielder. So far. Tessa and Kinsey, you guys are going to be so excited about this hit. She's going home. She's headed home. She's going to back it up, but it gets past the catcher. So now she gets a in the Field Park home run. Devin D. Money Poff. Quick wheels, quick hands, runs all the way around the bases and brings in 2 more for the Wildcats. So now the score 5-1, and we're back to where it all started with Corey Burson. Corey Burson led off for us in this inning. Had a really strong hit up the middle, hit the pitcher.
There we go. Good cut.
Ended up on base all the way to 2. And that's how it all started off. Just takes
Go,
1.
Corey.
First pitch is a strike call to Burson. Second one is hit over to the pitcher once again. This will be out number 2 for the Wildcats.
All right. Let's go, Sadie.
That'll bring up Sadie Lanier. 5-1 the score. 2 outs. Wildcats now lead.
There you go, Sadie. Head down.
And Sadie with the base hit right up the middle. Gets past the center field. She'll pick it up, throw it into the cutoff at 2. And Sadie Lanier with a nice slap into center.
Now batting, number 9, Stella Malwick.
Here comes Stella Malwick. Stella looking to keep things going for the Wildcats. Stella Malwick waiting for the center field person on the Canes team to get back into position. Now we're ready. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Two outs, 5-1 the score. Wildcats scored all 5 runs in this inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball.
Bye.
Lanier sneaking on 1. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And that will be out number 3 for the Wildcats, but not before they put 5 runs on the board. So now the Canes will have the opportunity one more time as we have 3 minutes left, I believe, in this game. I'm going to ask Blue just to check. Blue. It was 10:02? Okay, thank you. So started this game at 10:02. I show it to be 10:57. Games are 60 minutes. So at 11:02, time will have expired. And the Canes do get the last bat. So if the Wildcats can just hold up here, play some really, really good defense, then we will come away with a win in this game. So once again, if the Wildcats win this game, they go on to play at 12:40 here at Mitch Park. If they lose the game, they go home, as this is a single elimination tournament here in the gold bracket at Mitch Park. So we're hoping for some big wins here. Want to come out strong, play good defense.
There goes $1, PJ.
Starting things off for the Canes will be Emma Schrum.
There we go, 9.
So Emma Schrum, the batter. Crossley Marple, the pitcher. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss to Schrum. Emma Schrum batting. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Hey, at your hip, let's go.
Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball there.
Relax, take a breath.
Pitch on the way. Foul tip back.
There we go, Cross.
Emma Schrum batting. Crossley Marple pitching. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the Wildcats with 1 out. That'll bring up Maddie Cleveland. Strike 1 to Cleveland. Maddie Cleveland batting. Crossley Marple pitching. Slung over down the third baseline. Will roll foul. Driscoll picks it up. Quickly returns it to the pitcher. Marple with the pitch on the way. Foul tip back to us. Two strikes here on Cleveland, 1 out. They'll say she didn't go on that one. Marple's pitch, swing and a miss, out number 2. So the Wildcats just need 1 more. This will bring up Braylon Yaholo, who's been pitching. She had a pretty good hit to the center fielder last at bat. We're going to hope for less this time. So Yaholo, pitcher against pitcher here. That one's low for a ball.
Take a breath. Here we go.
Pitch on the way. Foul tip back over the fence to us. Have to wait to get the ball thrown back in. It comes in pretty quick. We got her.
We got it. PJ, we good.
Now we got 2 balls. Got to get rid of 1. Just give it to the umpire. Always good choice. So 1-1 the count to Braylon Yaholo. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That pitch looks sneaky. Sneaky and dirty.
Yep, let's go.
2 outs, 5-1 the score. Ball high, pop fly. It's going to be foul. Can we get it? Almost got a hand on it, though. Kyler Taylor racing over from right field and almost caught it. Nice hustle there from Taylor. Wildcats just need 1 out to win this ball game. They lead 5-1. 2 strikes here on Yaholo. Strike 3. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And the Wildcats get out of that one, win the game. Come back with some big bats in the 3rd inning. Put 5 on the board. So we will play again at 12:40. 12:40 against the Vengeance. Once again, we'll be back. Wildcats win at 5-1 over the Oklahoma Canes.